Well, hey there, it's Miriam Schulman of the Inspiration Place, and today we're interviewing Danita. Danita is someone I've admired for a really long time, and I was so happy to sit down and have the chance to talk to her about her art. So for that interview, stay tuned. Well, hello, Danita. Welcome to my studio. So I can't wait to talk to you about the art show that you're having. Why don't we start by chatting about that?
Yes, it's my second solo show, and it's all about princesses and wolves and fairy tales. It's about the classic fairy tales, not the ones that we have been watching on Disney. Cheesy and happy, perky. It's not like that. It's more based on the original ones. And the Grimm's brother and Charles Perrault.
Yeah, so they're darker, right?
In the new ones, the one that we all watch on the movies, is usually a princess waiting to be rescued, and there's the prince who falls in love with her and go and fight for her, wake her up with a kiss.
Yes.
And the darker ones, like one of the ones that it has changed a lot, is Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty in the original one, she was cursed and she was sleeping, and then there was this king who was just passing by, and he saw her and thought that she was so beautiful, so he raped her. He told her knights to go and put her where she was originally and left her there. And he went to his castle and forgot about her. She was pregnant because of that with twins. 9 months later, she had the twins and she was still sleeping. And one of them tried to feed himself, and the other, instead of going up to the breast, went to the finger and sucked the spindle that was there.
Yes.
And took it away. So she woke up. It's not a prince that rescued her, and
It's really gruesome then.
I don't paint that exactly, but I paint a naked girl sleeping, covered in thorns.
I fell in love with your art when I can't remember if I saw it first on Instagram or on Facebook. Probably Instagram, and I just fell in love with the way you get so obsessed. Like when you made this box, I remember following the story how suddenly you went into like this frenzy and you couldn't stop making boxes. And to me, the way you are with your art, it's like a spell has been cast on you and you
Like
have to create.
possessed, because I jump from one activity to other. Like I'm going to make boxes or dolls or paintings, and I make paintings and paintings and paintings, and I just can't stop. And then one day I just stop, and that's it. It's like Forrest Gump. Remember when he was running?
Yes.
But he ran and ran and ran, and one day he stopped. I think I will be more successful economically if I just keep working on what people wanted. Like sometimes I'm making dolls, and they're like, "Oh, I'll make more," or people were fighting for it. But when I feel like I don't feel like making dolls anymore, I don't do them, even if I know that they're going to sell.
But I actually think that's why you're successful, because I think people know that there's only, it makes scarcity so that there's only a certain number of dolls, and they know that if they don't buy it, there may not be another one for a long time.
I don't imagine myself doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Like I've seen some people who make a doll and it's really successful.
Yes.
And they're like, it's not mass produced, but it's like they're making the same doll all over again.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do that. I think because every piece of everything that I make is like from heart. Like I'm going to make this, and I get so obsessed with that piece, and then I make another one and another. And when I don't feel like making any more pieces, I just don't, because if you kind of force me to do it, they won't look the same even if I try.
No. Because there has to come from that place of that place of urgent passion. All
Have
right,
you
so
read the Elizabeth Gilbert book?
I love that book. Big Magic.
Yeah, that one.
Yes,
The way she talks about people getting like, I don't know, it's like possessed by something, like
yes,
you feel like you have to do something. Because there are other people when I just can't do anything,
yeah.
not even a straight line.
All right, so let's talk about the art. But I'm looking right now on the picture you showed on Instagram, and when you walk in, you see a blonde girl with the cards around her. I think I can guess who that is, but do you want to tell us about that painting, the story behind that
That
painting?
Alice, yeah, and first fell in love with Alice watching the Disney movie,
Okay.
but the original, the one with the cartoons,
Yes.
not the new one. The new one I don't like. I love about that one that she wasn't a princess waiting to be rescued. It was like
Yeah.
it was her adventure, and she did everything on her own.
Yes.
And then after that, many years later, when I learned how to speak English, I read the book and I realized that there was a huge difference between the book and the movie.
There always
But I
is.
still love the movie, the
Yes.
songs.
Yes.
I actually I have seen it in English too, and I love it more in Spanish. It's
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, it's more fun, and I don't know, it's like weirder even than in
Okay.
English. So that one, I don't complain about the Disney version, but it's not based in that. It's like they have my favorite characters that are in the merry-go-round.
Yes. All right,
That
so let's
is,
talk about Little Red Riding Hood because, oh my goodness, I'm looking at this painting. So you just have this Little Red Riding Hood and you put gesso all over her face. What happened?
I didn't like it. It happens a lot. Like I don't know why, but if I'm angry, I paint them angry. If I'm sad, I paint them sad. And sometimes I have an idea in my mind of what I want them to look like, and they always end up like looking like they want, not like I want. Put my feelings on their face. I painted some things angry, and even if I put a smile on them, they look angry.
Yes.
Like their eyes, I don't know. And that one I didn't like, so I just painted over
All
and
right.
wait until I felt better.
And do you remember what it was you didn't like about her? Was she angry and you didn't want an angry Little Red Riding Hood, or was it something else?
No, she was not angry, but I had like a disappointed face.
And then I also see that you have a sketch on Instagram of Little Red Riding Hood. So, what is your process? Do you always start with a sketch before you do the painting?
Most of the time, I have a lot of sketchbooks, and they're not pretty at all. They're not like elaborate or yeah, it's like when you're taking notes really
Yes,
fast that you
yes.
just have to put it down before the idea goes away.
Is another one Princess and the Pea?
Um, the Princess and the Pea.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about that one.
Uh, she's reading instead. I usually go to bed really late at night, and I hate when you want to sleep but you can't. So that's why she's reading uh, instead of being like angry at bed because she can't sleep.
So this painting is really about your insomnia, is that right? You're a
Like,
night owl.
yeah,
And do
I
you,
don't do mornings. I hate mornings. I love mornings because they're nice and smell good, but I can't function in the morning. I think I have to learn how to work during the morning.
so
No.
yeah, it's interesting how we're talking a lot about, or in the fairy tales, this whole concept of sleep and is comes up a lot. I remember reading that it's that the awakening is of all these princesses in these stories, it's in a sexual awakening, that they're asleep, they're a virgin, and when they get woken up, it's a sexual awakening. Are you familiar with that as well?
That's the other thing that changed a lot. They removed every sexual connotation, is the word. They weren't for kids. They weren't for older people, like to teenagers. Food was like a warning. You're getting older, you're going to be alone outside. Be aware of people who look like lambs, but they're wolves.
So these original fairy tales were more like the way teenagers now read Twilight.
Yes,
They
and
weren't,
for older people like you and me,
yeah.
like for women, they were even darker, but when they were passed mouth to mouth, you tell people the stories and they
Yes.
tell the stories. And I think that in that process, a lot of it was lost.
Let's talk about the sewing machine.
Because that one is one that I don't like the Cinderella story. I grew up kind of having a little bit of envy of her because I didn't see that she was a good person and that was the reason that good things happened to her. I only saw like a very beautiful girl.
Yes.
That just because she's beautiful, she gets what she wants. The original one is a little bit different, but the one who is with me in the photo, my grandmother was a seamstress, and then my aunt, she was a single mother, and she was a seamstress too. And then my cousin is a seamstress too, and her favorite story is Cinderella. So I wrote the singer machine, and then the three mice that help Cinderella, and they're my grandmother, my aunt, and my sister.
So Danita, I'm so thrilled, really thrilled that you agreed to be part of this handcrafted holiday class, because I've been such an admirer of you and your art for so long. So can you tell us what you plan on teaching for the handcrafted holiday class?
Sure. First, thank you for inviting me. I have planned a piñata. Here in Mexico, we celebrate with what is called posada, and it's kind of a religious celebration. You go and sing door to door. Everybody goes inside, and you have food and celebrate, and you have a piñata
Oh, that's
full
great.
with candy, and we get our chance to break it. They have their meaning, every of the points, and they sell small ones, so you can put them in your car or on your Christmas tree as decoration.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
I thought it would be fun to make one for our trees
That is
or
such a great
many.
idea. I love that idea. Do you know what shape this one is going to be?
I'm thinking maybe just a traditional one. But once you know the basic of the construction, you will be able to make everything you want.
I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to learn how to do this with you. So Danita, you also have a free giveaway for people who tuned in today that they can download. What is it that you have for us?
Oh, I have some gift tags that you can print and embellish a little bit and then put on your gifts for Christmas
Oh,
or any
thank you.
celebration that you're making.
That is so generous of you. Thank you so much. Well, it has been absolutely a pleasure talking with you today. Thank you so much for joining the class and for taking the time to talk to me today about your art. I absolutely love talking to you.
Oh, thank you so much. It has been really fun.
So there you have it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, I promised you that you would be able to get your hands on her freebie, and you're not going to want to miss this. You need to hop on over to my blog. There'll be a link wherever you're watching this to get to my blog. You'll scroll down beneath the video, and under the video, look for this button. Click on this button to click to download, And then you just have to enter your name and your email address and click the button, and we'll be sending the free download straight to your inbox right away. You check your inbox, make sure it's there. If it's not there, double check your spam folder, your promotions tab, because we really want you to get your hands on this. And not only that, but you'll be able to be notified of all the other interviews that I'm doing of all the Handcrafted Holidays teachers. Each one is equally exciting and fun, and I really truly hope that you'll join us for Handcrafted Holidays. Registration is open. If you go over to theinspirationplace.net, you'll be able to check that class out and sign up right away. Hope that you'll join us, and I'd love to see you there. Take care and good luck with all your creative adventures.